this is Liz.
And this is Kim.
Thanks for joining us for episode 11 of Keep Up with Liz and Kim. Wow, Kim, winter has finally hit in Michigan.
And it arrived in a huge way.
It did. I mean, it took me an hour from Byron Center to get into Ada. That is crazy.
Yeah, the roads were pretty treacherous at the beginning of the week. I did hunker down and work from home on Monday, but I ventured out on Tuesday, and it took me at least double the time to get everywhere.
Yeah, that is nuts. Well, you know what? We lucked out November, December, and in January, we got winter.
Yes, and we have to expect these things in Michigan. We live in Michigan. We're hardy. We trudge on, and, we just carry on.
Get those snowshoes out. That's what it is.
Yes. So we are really looking forward to sharing more interviews with our local business owners here this year and sharing event info and insider tips and more. We had an incredible meeting, like we mentioned, at the beginning of January. And now Liz and I have been updating our websites, our Facebook events. So definitely check those resources to stay up with what's happening. And those are all the major events. And there'll be lots of other things that pop up that you'll want to continue to check on.
Yeah, most definitely. And put those events on your calendar. Like, get them on your calendar now so you don't miss them.
Yes, block out the time, gather your friends, family, and join us in Ada.
So, jumping back to snow. So, did you do anything on your snow day, Kim?
Nothing too exciting. Just caught up around the house, caught up on work because it was nice and quiet, and I could just kind of hunker in without distractions. How about you, Liz?
Same. I pretty much got work done, which was wonderful. There's something, too, about how quiet it is when it's snowing. I got so much done, and it felt great.
Yes, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and just has a different feel to it for sure.
It does, most definitely. All right, today we are joined by Meredith, Kent, and Angie Hultgren from the well-known Skin CoLAB located here in Ada Village. Meredith, the owner of Skin CoLAB, is recognized in the aesthetics medicine world as one of the industry's leading national trainers. She's a familiar face in aesthetics medicine. Angie is the practice manager at Skin CoLAB, and she holds a bachelor's of science in business administration and is well respected amongst her peers for her work in public relations. Let's meet the dynamic duo. All right, we are super excited to have Meredith and Angie here with us today. So we are going to start out with our jokingly the hardest question. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you guys do at Skin CoLAB.
Awesome. Well, hello. We're excited to be here. My name is Angie Hultgren, and I am the practice manager at Skin CoLAB. So my job is to work with a team. We are made up of 8 of us, and it's a great team to lead.
Absolutely. And my name's Meredith Kent. I'm a physician assistant, and I am the owner and kind of clinical teacher at Skin CoLAB. I practice there, see patients, and work with Angie to cultivate a team that delivers aesthetic, luxury excellence for everybody.
Fantastic. So what were the main inspirations for opening Skin CoLAB here in Ada?
Well, I'll back and forth with Angie on this a little bit, but being in Ada and understanding the development of the community and what people want really was kind of the driving force for Skin CoLAB. Angie and I are both, patients of the services that we produce at Skin CoLAB, and there was a niche that we felt was needed to be filled of an environment where you could have an approachable but luxury and excellent aesthetic experience. And by aesthetic experience, I mean where someone could go and learn about their skin health, maybe receive some rejuvenation type treatments, and just feel comfortable asking questions and receiving high quality treatment. And Ada was a great place to do this because it's a beautiful environment. It's walkable. People appreciate a natural aesthetic approach. Men, women, teens, all of the above also appreciate their health and wellness. And so we aimed to create a space that would cultivate all of the benefits of all those things for all those people. And I think we've done a pretty good job.
I agree. I think we have too. It is such a beautiful, warm space, but it is a welcoming environment for everyone. So someone who may not be ready for injectable treatments or skincare, they can come in and shop and buy a gift. They know that all of us that work there, we can answer any questions, and we're approachable and kind, and it just has a family feel, but just very calming and nice environment.
So you guys kind of touched on what separates you a little bit, but let's expand off that. So you talked about approachability and kind of covering everybody, right? From teens to men to women. What else separates you guys from everybody else?
I always love this question because I feel like when you are on your journey of searching for the best aesthetic treatment, you know that you can get Botox, you know that you can get a treatment, and you can get it anywhere, but really you can't, because not everyone has that level of expertise, that knowledge, that experience, that to even have the right outcomes for a treatment. And it's also based on, if someone's talking to you about skincare, are they talking about the right ingredients? Are they talking about what's right for your skin type, where you're at in your aging journey? One product might be right for someone maybe with acne skin, but that might not be the right product for someone with sensitive skin. So just making sure that all of our team and experience with the product, that all of us have tried it, we know what we're talking about. But I also think just the overall difference of what sets us apart is just the passion too that we have behind Skin CoLAB in general.
Yeah, I'd say that the definite calling towards a spirit and environment of hospitality, authenticity, integrity, and the overall client experience is what drives us every day. The science is the science, and we expect that no matter what. In this industry, you kind of don't know what you're going to get sometimes, and I feel that can be kind of confusing for clients, and so we want to take all the confusion away. We've done the homework for everybody. We're honest with everybody about what they need, what they don't need, and nothing's an emergency in aesthetics. Everyone's beautiful the way they are. So we're looking just to make people feel better about themselves, build their confidence, and really educate them. Additionally, we sought to have a space that was a collaborative environment for other practitioners. So we have a center for learning called The Lab. That's the capital Lab in Skin CoLAB. And we work with other practitioners in our industry, in the area and outside the area, who can come learn and train with our industry experts so they can know best practices in aesthetics.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your training, like how much you do and what you do?
Yes.
Well, I'll let Angie highlight that. She really helps me out with it.
I do, because if Meredith highlights it, she stays very modest about all of her accomplishments. But what I love to just share is just how much training and peer outreach she does. She has a lot of inquiries from local practices, even across the state, even outside of the state, that look to her as a best practice from a treatment perspective, from a business perspective, of how did you open this wonderful place? How do you provide such great treatments? And Meredith is a trainer for Galderma, which is a provider of some of our most commonly heard products like Dysport or Restylane. She also took a step back from her aesthetic training with Hultgren because she wanted to take on a little bit more coveted role of a medical advisory board member. So she works with the science and works with the team, just kind of making sure that what we're presenting and using works, that we're getting the right patient feedback. And then she also takes all of that knowledge and she shares it with all of her peers. So from a competition standpoint, it's all healthy. We all want to be a great resource. I want to do Botox in the best way, and I also want you to do it in the best way. So you are not my competitor, because patients, we're here for them. We're not here for each other.
I love that modest approach, but I also think that depth of knowledge is absolutely incredible, because it can be an intimidating thing to start working toward. And I think a lot of us end up with drawers, or many drawers, if you're me, of products that you see this and you're trying that, and not everything, as you said, works for your skin and gives you the results that you were expecting, and then you just move on to the next thing. And to have somebody that you can go to and really talk through the whole process.
Sure. I often tell people, some want to be, as involved or uninvolved in the education as they want, and we can meet people where they are. But when I go to an interior designer, I don't say I need Benjamin Moore OC25 on my walls. I say I like a light, moody feel, and I tend to like blue. I let them make those specific choices based on their expertise. And that's exactly how it is in our industry. That's how it is for you too in your industry. You know your craft and you do it well and with integrity, and you should take the guesswork and the anxiety out of it for the people that you're serving.
That's an incredible approach. I think that makes a lot of people feel a lot more comfortable, and I think people will be excited to hear this, and it'll give them that little extra push to maybe take that first step.
Yeah,
So
we hope.
Yes. So as we're moving on, as small business owners, do you have any tips or tricks that you would recommend to somebody else about running a successful small business? I
think Angie and I have really, I think what we believe in most is just being all in. There's not a hierarchy. We have quite a flat business organization. We have roles and responsibilities and take those seriously, but we are working as a team entirely. So we always say drama need not apply to Skin CoLAB. It's not a thing because we're really a working team and unit, and I think that has been completely integral in our success. Angie does a beautiful job managing the team, and she always says there isn't conflict, there's conversation. And so when you keep an open dialogue, you work with people that are goal-driven, want to have constructive criticism, because we believe that we can each be better, it creates a place where people just grow and flourish. And that's easier said than done. Obviously, we could all sit in a room and do our craft alone, but where would the fun be? And it's really great to work with people that are equally passionate. They want to grow personally, and they care about the people they're working with, colleagues and their clients.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. And I think the small business side of it too is building your team. You want to know what your business will look and feel like. So making sure you set that standard from the ground up. So if your team, you want them to look and feel like this and to be able to provide a luxury aesthetic experience, but also work well amongst each other, you have to hire the right people. And it takes a lot of conversation, a lot of face-to-face communication, and interviewing and cultivating and setting the standards. Like, this is what I expect from you, just as a person, as having integrity and kindness and working well with your team member if you have a conflict. And not everybody has all of those skill sets. They might be meant for just a different organizational experience, but we really we show them what we want that to look like. So we're also showing them how to be kind, how to work amongst each other, what level of care we want to give the patient, because we all do it. And I don't want that to happen with a guest when someone's not looking. I want them to act something different or provide a different level of kindness. I want us to all be on the same page. So you kind of see if it's working out. We give all of our team members a trial 90-day onboarding experience, which we do that because we also want to make sure we're the right team for them. Is this what you expected from Skin CoLAB just as much as it is what we expect from you?
Well, and I feel like both of you guys really lead by example too. So when somebody comes and joins your team, you guys are going to show them exactly like, hey, this is what we do. This is how we handle those things. And I think that is so important because up front you can be something, like you said, Angie, kind of something completely different. But by leading by example, you guys show them exactly how you want them to be.
Yes.
Something
Absolutely.
that Angie and I have developed over time. It was a great piece of advice I was given, or maybe read somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it was a book Liz told me to read. I don't know. Something, always listening to a podcast, right? Is developing your culture, your mission statement, which sounds kind of cheesy, but in such a specific way that if someone read about your organization, they would be repelled if they weren't the right person, but they would be magnetized to you if they were the right person. Yes. Just not being vague about what you expect. And I think that's something that we've gotten better at over time because we are so confident in what we are looking to put out into the world and give our clients. We're very, very clear with people. This is what we expect. Are you game for it? Like, if you're ready, we're ready. But we all give 120% every day that we're working. So it's game on when you walk in the door. We want to be open with each other and life happens, but we're there for our clients first.
Yeah, I think standards and expectations are so important, and modeling behavior, and to really that communication you're talking about is also so important when you're working with a team or you have individuals that you're trying to develop, just so that everyone's on the same page all the time. And modeling behavior truly is so important. If you're leading by example, that's really going to make it so much easier.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. Also, too, I heard this a while ago, and I even bring it home with me sometimes, and I say, I'm never going to ask you to do something I'm not willing to do myself. And so that's also another way to kind of ensure, like, I don't want you to do a task that I'm not willing to do.
Unless it's snow blowing the driveway.
Yeah, right.
In a small business, it's everything.
Yeah, it's true. That is very
Spoiler
true.
alert.
Yeah, yes. It is shoveling, throwing salt.
It's all
Yes,
of it.
it is everything.
You guys do it all. But I also think it's okay to have high standards. I have extremely high standards for myself. It seems like both of you have high standards. And sometimes I think that can be hard when other people don't live up to those same expectations. But as Angie said, if you're constantly communicating and talking to people and talking talking that through instead of just saying, oh, they don't get it, then you can develop somebody into, or you find out that, nope, it's not the right fit.
Yeah, definitely. And we're just so lucky that the team that we have and we've built along the way is just remarkable. I think when you walk in the door, I hope that any guest would feel that they are warmly welcomed and just feel that love that we put into our each of our roles too.
Okay, now that we are jumping into 2024,
Yeah.
we want to talk a little bit about like the must-knows. What are the must-knows in your guys' industry? Of course, it seems to be like always trending. Something's always new, a new product, a new trademark, something. So what's new?
Well, there's a lot of new things, always. Yeah. And sometimes it's worth letting the froth settle on some of these new things, right? Yeah. Lots of new shiny toys. But I'll tell you the tried and true, which I think really will be, there's a few keys that I think are coming into 2024, like mainstream. Number one is it's not the product, it's the pusher. Okay, I'll say it is.
Yeah.
You can get these things anywhere. And now aesthetics in general is so popular, which is great. People are taking care of themselves. We saw a boom during COVID where people couldn't go on vacation. They were feeling kind of blah. And we had this huge influx of people. We anticipated that going away post-pandemic, but it has stayed. People are taking care of themselves, and I am fully supportive of all those things. With that, there's been a huge boom in the industry, lots of places to go. So, like Angie said, we support all of our colleagues, but I will tell you there's a difference between knowing your anatomy and not knowing anatomy. So, an experience and training matters. If you're brand new, it doesn't mean you're not good. You just really need to be trained. So asking questions, being an actively involved patient is very in for 2024. It's good to know why you're doing what you're doing and have a purpose behind everything. Having treatments not just to freeze your upper face is also in for 2024. Okay. When we're treating, we are treating in a harmonious, holistic way. So no detection of the injection should be had. You should look healthy, like you drank water, refreshed, not fake. Looking fake is very out. Looking natural is very in. Looking natural may require more than you think to look natural, but it's very in. I think editing is very in for 2024 as well from an injectable standpoint. We've now had facial fillers for several years. And so whether the injectables have been done poorly or well, it doesn't matter. Sometimes there's just some clean out that needs to happen. And so we actually do a treatment called facial editing where we will actually sculpt and dissolve old filler to refine a person's face. And it's amazing. It can take 15 years off a face in one setting and just by editing old work. So that's my take on the injectable side. I'll let Angie take over from the skincare and luxury side.
And I love that you said let the froth settle, because people will come in and say, well, why don't you have that? And it's truly, honestly, because we've tried it and we may not have felt that it's the best space on our shelf, like the skincare product. It might be popular, but that doesn't mean it's doing what it's supposed to. So we really work hard to kind of follow trends and bring on what we've tried and we know is true. But also sticking with the science, making sure that a brand has evolved. A skincare brand, for example, we carry two of our top sellers, our Skin Better Science and Elastin, and they have brand new technologies, and there's a reason why they work the way that they work. And those have become trendy, but it's because they have the science and the actual work behind them from an anti-aging standpoint or a antioxidant standpoint. One of our most popular treatments, and it has been for a while in the industry, is we do hydrofacial skincare treatments. So it's taking that of what has been around and done, and how can you advance that? Is it in your provider's technique? Is it in the serums that they use or the boosting, or is it truly more of the skincare that you recommend going home? Because what people don't know is how much more 80% of your work is done at home and 20% is done in office with what you do. So if you are a person who wants to get something done but doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to wear sunscreen, we're like, okay, it's probably not going to work. So I think overall trend that you're seeing too is that whole package, that whole look, that when you are investing in yourself, you're doing it from every aspect.
No, I see oils showing up everywhere, and I like them myself. In fact, I think you guys posted on Instagram about a skin cleansing oil that's been on my list to get over there and get. But that seems to be a big trend as well.
It is, and I'm so glad you brought that up. We did just bring on the Skin CoLAB brand. Our line of products, and it's a cleansing oil. And what I like about it is as soon as people think of oil, they're thinking it's going to be stuck on their skin, it's going to be heavy. And whether you're using it from a cleansing aspect or a hydration oil afterwards, we carry carry both. They're wonderful. They're just helping to get some impurities off your skin, and it's meant to be a pre-cleanse, not your only cleanse. So it's teaching us how to, at night, to do a 2 cleanse step. That's washing your face with the oil and then bringing in something a little bit stronger, like a gel or a cream cleanser, to continue getting those impurities off your skin. So it's knowledge is power too.
Yes.
But yes, the facial oils are definitely on trend. Gua sha, using things naturally, a gua sha stone, using rose quartz is a nice cooling stone that you can help with inflammation on your skin. But once people know they can do these at home and take that tool and keep it in the refrigerator and help to kind of move along their lymphatic drainage and hold it on their eyes for puffiness, like these are things that will help you along your way, and you'll be much more happier in your aesthetic journey when you're using those tricks of the trade.
Fantastic. All right, so this is our fun question.
Yeah.
How would you spend your perfect day in Ada? A Saturday morning, a Saturday afternoon?
I love to answer first because I do not live in Ada, but I love to come to Ada for work and for joy. I live in Rockford, but we also as a family come down, and we love to go to all of the local small business shops. Small business is important, especially when you think about who our neighbors are. We love to kind of come in and, grab a coffee at Mud Penny, do a little shopping. Gina's is my favorite. It's not the kids' favorite, but they love to go over to Tiptoes and Pursuit in the bookstore and Croft House. We just have so much, and I love even just working here in the community, sharing all that we have. People do not realize how much it has grown and how passionate this community is about what it offers. So we all love to support each other.
I live just 4 miles away, so I'm in Ada all the time, and it's funny how small my bubble has shrunk, and I'm so happy about it because Ada has everything we need, and I just find it a delight to shop in Ada, going to the pharmacy and having a pharmacist who will talk to me, grabbing coffee. I love shopping in Ada. You'll find me at Schnitz a lot. I have a standing order there. Or we'll go to Nona's. My kids love hanging out here. I've got teenagers who love milling about, which is kind of fun to see. Skin CoLAB is like always on my list, obviously. Always want to pop in for a little impromptu product. I find myself there even on the days I'm not working. But really, that is a testament to just a delightful atmosphere in all of the local stores. You can really tell that they are owned and operated by people who are passionate and have excellent taste. I will tell you, I go to national meetings and I'm wearing an outfit that I got in downtown Ada, and people are asking me where it's from. So little doesn't mean irrelevant, right? There are big things happening here, and it's always a delight to be downtown.
And that's why I think we are so small but mighty, because of all the small businesses. We all support each other, no matter what it is. I'm grocery shopping, Skin CoLAB, coffee, all that kind of stuff. So, well, thank you guys. This was awesome. You were both wonderful. We really appreciate it. And yeah,
thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. That was so much fun talking with Meredith and Angie. I could have talked to them all day. They are both so knowledgeable. They're so much fun. I loved it.
I did too. And I loved about them talking about, there's trends of 2024, but knowing the science, really knowing, like she called it, a pusher, like really knowing the people that are crafting your face really with Botox and filler and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they are wonderful. Both the sweetest people too.
Yes. And they really have created such an incredible environment over there at Skin CoLAB. If you have not been there, definitely tip your toe in the water by just going in. They have a great boutique in the front. You can look at the skincare products, and then their staff is so knowledgeable that you can talk to them about if you do want to do anything more with them.
Yeah, for sure. And even just like if, say, you have the 11s between your eyes, like go in there and say, hey, what can I do? And they will help you to no end, whether it's injectables or it's face cream or stop squinting, Yes. They'll tell you.
And they both love Ada, which is always fun too.
They do, yes. So, Kim, should we jump into the Fast Five?
We should.
Okay. For starters, we are in the heart of winter, like Kim and I have said, and winter sales are starting in Ada Village. I know I have seen a few pop up this week. I know there are more coming, so definitely pay attention to everybody's social media and watch for those winter sales. They're going to be great. They're going to be wonderful. It's been a warm winter, so grab those things for next year.
So, Liz and I have been getting several inquiries about what that building is that is between Ada Drive and Fulton, and that we're here to tell you exactly what is going in there. That is going to be the new headquarters for EHTC. They're an accounting firm that was established in 1977, and we're really excited to welcome them, their 60 employees, to Ada Village later this year.
They're going to be a great addition.
Yes.
All right, number 3, Ethos Day Spa is hosting a bridal showcase on February 24th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can experience an ultimate bridal pampering with some of your favorite local vendors and experts. Skin CoLAB is actually one of those people. Jen Kroll Photography, The Welded Company, Croft House, and more. So definitely put that February 24th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on your calendar.
So, as we mentioned before, it's never too early to start planning and putting things on your calendar. And one of those things is the Grand Rapids Try. It is now time to register for that event. You can visit grandrapidstry.com to sign up to participate. And we look forward to seeing you in Ada this summer.
All right, and last but not least, Galentine's. It's definitely another girls' night event alert. February 8th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., join the fun with Beyond, Gina's Boutique, Tiptoes, Pursuit, and Croft House. Every location is going to have something fun from makeup, hair tinsel, braiding, permanent jewelry, so definitely come out and celebrate with your girlfriends.
Sounds like a ton of fun. All right, if you want to keep up with what is happening in Ada, learn about the businesses, and participate in our upcoming events, follow Discover Ada and the ABA on social media, and subscribe to this podcast.
Thanks for listening. Now try to keep up.